Hello everyone, this is JPL, and I'm here for another thought topic. Thought topics are when I discuss, my thoughts or ideas upon a question that's presented to me. And today I'll be, giving you my personal thoughts on what I think about the question, are the prequels bad? So, before I actually start this whole discussion, I need to, express something. Uh, it, I need to express something that's really crucial when people talk about this, is that everyone has a different opinion. Yeah, everyone has a different opinion, and each opinion is different from the other. And normally when okay. So yeah, everyone has a different opinion. That's something that we all need to know, and everyone's allowed to have that opinion, and to argue about the opinion is welcome in some instances. Others, not so much. You can present your opinion, and in the end, that is just your opinion. And when people talk about how good or bad the prequels are, there are two main factors that play into it. Like the one factor I would say that is pretty big is everyone has a different world view. Now, if you don't really know what I mean by world view, or if you need to know what a world view, it is the sum of our presuppositions. Now, presupposition is a thing tactically assumed beforehand at the beginning of a line of argument or course of action. So that's what presupposition is, if you don't know what that means. So, worldview is the sum of our presupposition and biases. Now, bias, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, but I will actually just give you a definition for it. It's a prejudice in favor or against one thing, person or group compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair. And so I can be biased by saying I only like vanilla ice cream, and no other ice cream is good at all. That is what I mean by bias. Actually, I do like other flavors of ice cream. Vanilla, I like the simplicity of vanilla. It's like a go-to thing. Second would be chocolate. Anyway, so yeah, back to the definition of worldview. And worldview, finally, no more explanation. Worldview is the sum of our presuppositions and biases that shape the way we think, act, and feel towards the world around us. And so that is a major factor when talking about how good or bad a film may be. And the second factor is related to, worldview. It's actually in the definition. Probably one of the biggest things is bias as to why people like or don't like the prequels. Now that I have that said, keep an open mind. If you want to present your opinion and maybe have a rebuttal to my opinion, go ahead and do that. You honestly are wasting your time, by the way, but because, I'm not gonna listen to you. I hear what you're saying, but because I know what I know, and what you know is against mine, and we both have good logic, so I'm just gonna stick to what I am. So that's because I'm really, really ignorant. No, that's not the word. I think of the word. Anyway, I just really stick to something. Anyway, so what I think about are the prequels bad? Okay, so me personally, I think the prequels are a fantastic series of films. And the reason why I say that is the number one thing about it is just bias. I'm really biased towards Star Wars. Like, everything about it, I'm biased towards it. And I love the prequels because I watched them as a kid. Revenge of the Sith was my first Star Wars movie ever. And I would watch the prequels all the time. As a kid, I would actually watch like one of the prequel movies every single day. I go to school. Once I come home, I just watch Star Wars, the prequels, and because reason why I say that is because I'm a person who back then liked a lot of action scenes, and the prequels were full of them. There were just fantastic scenes. They were fun as a kid, and I didn't really care about everything else, all the boring conversations. Because as a kid, you don't really care about that. You care about the action. And because, that's something that I've always had, and I still like some good action scenes, I'm biased towards that. And now I can see, why people don't like the prequels, some of the action scenes, the dialogue and stuff. I can see that, but I don't really care about that. I'm just a person who loves Star Wars. And I'm a person who loves all aspects of Star Wars. And what I mean by that is that I love the prequels, the original trilogy, the new trilogy, the Clone Wars especially, the Star Wars Holiday Special. Keep that in mind, I love that. 2 Ewok films that came out. I have that on DVD. And even though I do have some complaints about it, I do love Rebels. Because it is Star Wars. Like, besides God and Jesus, the only thing I love most is Star Wars. That's what I'm saying to you. And I know when people talk about all of this, there's always this debate of what a true fan is, but honestly, no one can actually determine what a true fan is. You watch all the movies, then you're a true fan. You don't watch all the movies, you're not a true fan. Honestly, I just think there's nothing that makes a true fan except for what the creator of that series wants you to think of it. And so, yeah. But I'm a person who don't really care about the name of a true fan, but if I were to define a true fan, I would say someone who's watched an aspect of Star Wars. Like, the requirement would be like one of the 3 trilogies. They can watch just the prequel trilogies and love it, and they're a Star Wars fan. They could watch a few episodes of the TV shows and they're a Star Wars fan. And there is no true fan. And people who say you are not a true fan makes you wonder, are they really a fan? Like, think hard about it, because they're discriminating other fans. And so, does that make them a true fan? Like I said, there's no such thing as a true fan. But that's going off topic, that's a whole nother discussion, but are the prequels bad? Me personally, I think, no, they're not bad. Other people will say, yes, they are bad. And that's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and their opinion is correct. It's their opinion. I mean, are there opinions that are wrong? The only opinion that I would say is wrong is the opinion that there is no absolute truth, that truth is relative. That's the only opinion that I think is wrong. Maybe some others, but that's just one big one that I think is wrong. And yeah, I think that's all to say about the prequels. And another thing to say is that the prequels, all of the Star Wars is made for kids, made for the family. And I think that everything should be decided by them and not just you. Like, your family may not like it, but you do. And that's their choice. Like, once you get rid of other opinions and other choices, then you're a communist. Yeah, that's that. And so, yeah, this is my opinion on the whole subject. If you have a different idea, then you can tell me if you want, but it's probably just a waste of my time. Maybe it's just a thing that lets me know what you think personally. And there. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.